Hello there, and welcome to another video. Today, I will share my recipe for creme brulee. So creme brulee is one of those things that people are really terrified to bake. I will show you how easy it is to do. I will also show you 3 ways which you can do the topping. Torch is not the only way. So for the ingredients, we are going to need 2 cups of whipping cream, 4 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, make sure that it's a good quality, 4 tablespoons of sugar in the raw. Also, we will need ramekins. Make sure that they are oven safe. And they will go into a deep dish, so make sure you have that too. The first thing we're going to do is separate our eggs. This recipe just needs the yolks. So for the whites, I popped them in the freezer on a Ziploc bag. I will use them for another recipe. Next, we will add our sugar, and we will whisk it until everything is mixed. We will set our oven at 320 Fahrenheit. In a pot with medium heat, we will take the heavy cream to a boil. Just keep an eye on it and do not walk away.
Moments later.
So once it reaches the boiling point, just take it out of the heat and let it sit for about 3 minutes. I will boil some water now. If you don't have a kettle, do not worry about it. Just fill a pitcher with hot tap water. So now this is a difficult part for a lot of people. We will add the hot cream into the eggs, but we will do it little by little. Otherwise, you will end up with scrambled eggs. Add the tiniest amount, and once the eggs come to the temperature, you will add more quantity. Finally, add the vanilla, and it doesn't have to be a pod. You could do that if you want to, but if it's a good quality vanilla, it will be equally tasty. Next, we will start filling our ramekins with a mix. So do not overfill them, just leave about ½ an inch from the top. The mix should be enough for 6 of them. But in the case that you don't have ramekins, you can use one big baking dish. Just have in mind that you're gonna have to put it into another deep dish, so make sure you have that too. So now for me, it's easier to place the tray into the oven and add the water once there. Be careful not to put the water into the ramekins, because if it gets any water, it won't set. We will bake this for 20 minutes or so. It will depend on the oven that you have. my creme brulee took about 23 minutes to set. This is what it should look like. You see my finger there? The custard has a little bit of a jiggle. That's what you want. So now that they're cool enough, I will start to take them out of the water.
The next morning.
So I saved them in the fridge overnight. I wrapped them in plastic wrap inside of a Tupperware, as you can see here. I think the creme brulee tastes better the next day. So the first method I'm going to show you is with a hot spoon. This is my favorite method. Use an old spoon for this. So I place it into the fire about 5 minutes until it looks red and hot. So I add about 2 teaspoons of sugar in the raw to the creme brulee and I spread it evenly. To me, this is the only sugar that burns beautifully. Light brown sugar, it's okay, but it doesn't do as well. I'll be really careful with this. I always use a towel or an oven mitten to manipulate it because it's like, as you can see, it's piping hot. So my spoon is ready to go. Make sure to work fast. This method is very dramatic. Look at that flame. So for the second method, we will use a torch. I got this torch from Amazon. I did not have one, so I just bought it for the purpose of the video actually. This is pretty straightforward. I add sugar, spread it evenly, and just place the torch on top until the sugar starts to burn and caramelize. If you're interested to buy the same torch that I have here, I'll put the link down below. So for this third method, we're going to broil it in the oven. So I will put the creme brulee on top of a tray so it's easier to handle, and this takes overall 3 to 5 minutes to broil. And this is my least favorite method, and I will tell you why. So I don't like this method just because it warms up the custard and kind of melts it. I personally love the cold custard against the warm crunchy caramel. If the custard is warm, it just loses the appeal to me. But that's just me. I'm here to give you all the options possible. So here you go, creme brulee and 3 different methods to do the caramel on the top. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I have new videos like this every Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.